Welcome back. This is season 3, you guys, of the executive chair, which is absolutely insane. We took some time off just to regroup and truly celebrate like all that season 2 was. Everybody that came and truly left it all on the mic, and I will forever be grateful. But as you know, May is Mother's Day month. And today I've done something that I've never done before. My guest is someone that I've known my entire life, through all of the highs, through all of the lows, through all of the foolishness, through the craziness, through me learning and finding myself as well. She is a first generation college student and graduate. She spent 28 of her years as being the Colleton County DSS director. And she, within the last 5 years, has become an entrepreneur herself. And if you know me personally, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Today, you guys, on the executive chair, her resume isn't important, but her role as my mom is. So without further ado, I want to welcome my mom, Audrey Brown, to the executive chair. Hey, Mommy.
Hello, Laura.
Did y'all hear her call me Laura? She calls me Laura. Her and my dad call me Laura. My name is Lauren, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. I'm not arguing with my mama. It's Mother's Day, so that's what we're going to do. How you feel, Mama?
I'm great, thanks.
I'm so glad that you came.
I'm excited.
Are you really though?
I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Okay, so it means a lot for you to say yes. Let me say that. And with the theme of May being Mother's Day, I was like, why not invite my mama so we can talk? Because we got some stories to tell. Not all of them.
Not all.
Not all of them,
Not
but
all of them.
just some. But I think that it is absolutely important that people see me now, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't know everything, which is a good thing.
That's a good thing.
But through every season and every change in my life, you've been there. And I appreciate you. And with it being Mother's Day month, I wanted to highlight you and talk about you. And many people don't know that my mom, about 5 years ago, became an entrepreneur herself. So I figured that journey was important too. But before we get into all of that, before we get into nitty gritty, you do watch the podcast, don't you, Mama?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is a test of the Emergency Broadcasting Network. We about to find out. So it is a executive chair tradition that we do a lightning round. Okay. So the questions mean nothing. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. This is just questions to warm you up before we get started. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Y'all, an executive chair first. My mama is in the hot seat. Let's go. Okay, Mama. Let's go. Okay, Mama, you ready? So these questions it's a this or that format. You can't have both. Well, I'll give you one free one where you can have both. But outside of that, you got to pick one. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. All right. TJ Maxx or Dillard's?
TJ Maxx.
I just knew you was going to say Dillard's. I knew you was going to say Dillard's. Okay. All right. Early to church or right on time?
Right on time.
Daddy is early to church. Mommy is like walking in the door. But okay. All right. Lauren or Darius?
Both.
I tried to get you.
Both.
I tried. Okay. French fries or potato chips?
French fries.
No wrong answer. Hot, right?
Yes.
With
hot.
sauce.
Without salt.
Hot without salt. Okay, because that way you could guarantee they hot.
They hot. Right.
I see what you're thinking. Okay. Your role as Gigi are going back to raising Darius and I again.
Yes.
Which one? Being a Gigi or being a mom again?
Gigi.
We were not that bad. Relax. That is not. Okay, gospel music or quiet worship?
Quiet worship.
I know. Okay. All right. And last one, a frolic with me or at home doing nothing.
Frolic with you
I know
all
that's
day
right,
long.
girl. We get us a good frolic now.
That's it.
See, that wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad.
See, I'm trying to tell you, I got you, girl. We just gonna be here just talking. So my mom is from a very small town in South Carolina called Neyles, South Carolina. When you think about like Neyles in general,
Mm-hmm.
what about Neyles shaped you into who you are today?
I think that when I think about Neyles, I think about small families.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. And I believe that everyone there was very close.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone looked out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped to build a community.
I agree.
It's community driven. Yes.
So, in being at Nana's house, God rest her soul, my Nana was Amanda Holmes. She's been gone now, 15 years?
About 15
About
years.
15 years. My great grandmother, my grandmother, Helen Gant, who is, Grammy is what, 89?
89.6 months.
89 and a half. She'll be 90 this December. And thinking about you, like, I tell people all the time that Grammy was strict on order.
Yes.
Everything had to be done in order.
Yes.
And as a mom, do you feel that you raised Darius and I in that same sentiment? Or do you feel like everything don't always need to be in order?
I am not the strict one.
I don't know about that, Mama.
I believe that there's order. I believe that there should be some order.
Okay.
And that's the difference between me and Mom.
Right.
Mom was always very, very strict.
Okay.
She believed in enforcement. And for me, I believe that it should be some order.
Okay.
But I think that there should be some give and take.
Okay. I'll let you go with that one. But I remember us being not Hitler's Germany, but there was definitely order and not stepping outside of them lines. There was a time that we might get to when I was 16, but I don't know if I want to go there. You want to do that today?
No, let's not.
Okay, we're not going to talk about it. Okay.
Let's not do that.
Now, and thinking about, and I didn't realize this, we were talking this past week, and I was like, Mommy, you are a first generation college student and graduate. Like the weight of being the first, specifically on Grammy's side, like what was that like for you? Do you remember feeling like it had to work?
Yeah. This was more or less my dad's idea. My dad encouraged me. Well, not encouraged me. He told me that I was going to college and that I was going to finish.
Okay.
And I was always a daddy girl.
Yes.
And whatever he told me, I believed. So it was important for me to go and get it done and come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am a proud daddy's girl.
Yes,
Me and
you
my
are.
daddy get down. My daddy's sitting over there right now. He's
Yeah.
sitting over there right now. I am a very proud daddy's girl, and Daddy and I always say that Mommy is a hater because we team up all the time, and she tries to correct him, and he's like, Lauren, get her. So I definitely understand being a daddy's girl. And when you graduated, how proud of a moment was that for you and Pop Pop was my granddad's name, and was that shared amongst the family?
That was a great day. My dad was a paraplegic. I never got an opportunity to see him walk, but he was there in a wheelchair, and he had the biggest smile on his face, and I knew that I made him very proud, and that was always very important to me. His love was almost everything.
I believe that. I absolutely believe that.
And when he told me that I could get something done, it was my job to get it done.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I remember Pop Pop when he passed. I think I was like 7 or 8, and I remember that being. I remember being a little girl in my head, and I also remember being like, golly, Mommy's been sad a really long time.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was definitely a different place to see you in that space. So after college, so you met Daddy in college?
Yes.
Okay. The best man in the world, my daddy. Daddy, come here.
He's not coming.
He's coming. Me and my daddy like this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come here, Daddy. Just poke your head in for a second. Come this way.
Yes.
Okay. See? So, y'all, this is my daddy. He's in here with us. We friends, and we call Mama what? Mommy's what? Mommy's a hater, right?
She's always a hater.
I told y'all. Me and Daddy team up all the time, and Mommy is always trying to make you do stuff, and we say, you don't have to do that.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here,
She's a
okay?
hater. It's fine. Okay. All right. Go ahead back, Daddy. See, I'm trying to tell y'all. Me and my daddy get down. So when you met Daddy, you were in college?
Yes, I was a sophomore.
Okay. And he was the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay. Okay.
Mama, I need for you to have a better attitude.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to use some tools on him. I had to use some
He
tools
was the
on
best
him.
thing since sliced bread. And y'all dated for how long?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. Okay. All right. And then when did you tell Pop Pop you were getting married, or Daddy went to talk to Pop Pop? How did that work?
Well, I told my dad, and then Ren had to go and talk to my dad.
Okay.
And he wasn't very pleased.
And then he grew to love Daddy.
And he loves him. He loved him.
Yeah, yeah. I remember Pop Pop being like a really, even though I was little, I remember his presence. And I remember that gold tooth he had. And I remember the short sleeve shirts he used to wear with the pocket. It always had a pocket right there in the front. I remember y'all being very close.
Very close.
Very, very much so.
Very close.
So after you got married, let's talk about DSS for a minute. So after you and Daddy got married, y'all lived in Somerville?
Somerville, right.
Okay. And Darius was born shortly after.
That's correct.
Okay. So did you feel like you were, once you graduated and got married and y'all moved to Somerville, what was your thought process in going to DSS? Was that the goal?
Well, at that point, I was basically looking for employment.
Okay.
Okay. I was looking for employment, and my field was always human services.
Okay. What was your degree in?
Social work.
Okay, social work.
Social work, yes.
Okay. And did I say my mom went to Benedict College?
Yes.
She HBCU alumni.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. And we came back to Walterboro after my dad got sick.
Okay.
And went to DSS because I did my internship at DSS.
In Walterboro?
In Walterboro.
Okay.
Right. And when I applied, they gladly hired me.
Okay.
And I was there for 28 years.
Okay, but go back, Mommy, because you were at DSS in what is it called? Is it Economic Services?
Economic Services.
So you started in Economic Services.
For a year.
For a year. Okay. And then after Economic Services, then it was?
Human Services.
Okay. And then from Human Services, you went to Child Protective Services.
Right.
Okay. All right. And do you remember how long you stayed in each role?
I think I was in Economic Services for about for a year.
Okay.
And then I transitioned to Human Services.
Okay.
And I was in Human Services, say about 10, 12 years.
Okay.
And then I moved to management, and from management to county director.
And in that transition to management, did you find yourself isolated? Because, sometimes when you get promoted, things change. Mm-hmm. The people you come in with aren't always the people you stay with. What did that feel like?
Isolation is a part of growth.
It is.
It's a part of growth. People change, positions change, but always realizing who you are and what your purpose is keeps you afloat.
So did you always feel like it was your job, for lack of a better word, to save, to help?
Always. Always. One of my main purposes for going to Human Services was an opportunity to be the voice for the children that we serve. And I worked in protective services. I worked in treatment. Most of my time was spent in court, being the voice for little people.
And you still are today.
Yeah.
You still are today. And I remember when you got promoted to director. That was such a proud day.
Yeah.
I remember coming home from school. The kids were little. Chelsea, Ethan, Carrington were little. We were all there. It was a big celebration in the sense of, like, you literally made it. Like, in being a part of Colleton County, as a Black woman, you had one of the highest positions in the county. And that was, for me, that was a very, very proud moment. Just because I knew how hard you worked and I knew how much you cared about kids. Do you feel like that role as being director was heavy, or was it something that you carried proudly?
I carried the role proudly because I represented not only just the children, but the people of Colleton County.
Right.
And that was important to me.
Right.
That their voices were heard, not just local level, but state level also.
Now, in being in that role, I also feel like emotionally that can be exhausting.
It was.
Did you feel that?
That was exhausting.
And Mommy, how long were you a director? I don't remember. How long were you at the director role?
More like 3.5 years.
It seemed longer than that, Mom.
Yeah, but in being a supervisor or the program coordinator, you were responsible for all of the human service workers.
Okay.
Yeah, and at that time, I think we had maybe 15. And then as county director, I housed 52 workers.
And you were county director for 3 years?
3 years, yes.
Mama, I feel like it was longer than that,
No.
man. No?
I always substituted when we didn't have a county director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
In my brain, I just felt like it was longer than that. It felt like it was like 5 years.
Yeah.
Because it was right before you retired.
Right.
Okay. All right. And in being in that role, were there moments when you felt like you were pouring from an empty cup, but you kept pouring?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So, as a child, my parents have, my brother and myself is Darius and I. Darius is the older. He's the oldest by 3 years.
Yes.
By 3.5 years. As a mom, what was it like having to raise Darius and I? Don't do that. We were not that bad. We were not that bad.
As children, you and Darius were sometimes difficult. But on the other hand, you were really good kids. The thing about you and Darius was that you loved each other. You would fuss and you would argue.
To this day.
And periodically you would try to fight. But
Baby,
love was always there.
We fought together, especially at Vacation Bible School, but we didn't, we got down when we had to.
Yeah.
But we wasn't hard. You think we were hard?
Teenage years were horrible.
I was a good child. I don't know what she's talking about. I was the ideal teenager. Would you agree?
I disagree totally. I disagree totally.
I would say that I was misunderstood.
No.
No?
For you, if I told you that this was not going to work, you're going to try it to see if that was true or not.
Mama, but
touch the stove is hot. You're going to touch it.
Life is its best lesson. Like, if you don't know, if you don't try.
Mm-hmm. So you got the lessons.
I completely disagree. I think that I was an ideal teenager growing up. I think that I was misunderstood a lot of times. I think that I wanted to explain my side. And a lot of times my mom would say, I said the last word. Before Nene Leak said, I said what I said, my mom always said, that's enough. And I'd be like, but. And every time she would it was just like
you needed to be corrected.
I don't think that's true. That's not fair. Now, did you ever imagine yourself being an entrepreneur?
I think as the end of my term at the department grew near,
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I needed to do something
Okay.
because I wasn't quite finished yet.
Okay. Okay. I remember you thinking you were going to go back. Remember that?
Yes,
I remember you thinking you were going to go back,
yes,
and it was over. Like that ship had sailed.
yes.
I also remember you trying to figure out like what was going to be next. And my mom now owns Brown Collaborative Services, Brown Collaborative Family Services.
Family services, right.
And talk about Brown Collaborative Services and what it does and what do you do inside of them.
Brown Collaborative Services, I'm primarily working right now in probate. And before I worked with children, minor children from 0 to 18, and now working with seniors, adults. A lot of times these people are in need of a conservator or a guardian to help them to make decisions for themselves. So for me, I think that I've visited both spectrums, the children and now older adults.
Yes.
And my job is usually to be the voice for those who cannot speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And this means investigating, this means checking backgrounds, making sure the sled is good before we give others the control over these people or over the incapacitated adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, I mean, Mama, it's still technically speaking human services, right?
Basically, it is.
You're still spending time in court. You're
Yes.
still advocating for people. You're still delegating resources for people who need them. Brown Collaborative, sir, and let me say this for a second. Both of my parents are retired. My dad has been retired for, we've been married 14 years. My dad's been retired. Daddy's been retired for how long? About 15 years? Is that right?
About 10 years, I
about
think.
10 years. Okay, so Daddy's been retired for about 10 years. You've been retired for about 5 years. These are the busiest retired people I know. Do you hear me? They are always somewhere doing something. Even when doing this podcast, I was like, Mommy, can you come do the podcast? And she was like, oh, I got to check my calendar. Wait, you got to check your calendar?
Yes.
Like, she is always doing something, whether it's Brown Collaborative Services, whether it's the Neyles Community Center, which she's on the board of directors, whether it's the Amaro Presbyterian Church Elders Leadership Sunday School, Presbyterian Women, Hands of Christ. Like you're always doing something. Like, how do you manage to be retired and have time to relax, which you don't, and take care of Grammy? That's another big thing. And take care of Grammy and like still juggle all these things. How do you do that?
Through God. Through God. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I believe that if someone asks you to do something, if someone is in need and I can do it, I want to be the one to help them. So I'm more of a helper than an enforcer.
Cut. Nope. You still lay the smack down. Don't do that now. I'm all of 40, and when you get ready, you pull that mama card every single chance you get.
I do.
Okay, then I was gonna say don't do that now.
I do.
And with like talking about Grammy for a second, because it is Mother's Day month, and I do want to give flowers to my grandmother, Helen Gant. Grammy is funny, man. And as a little girl, I just remember her being very stern about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
The one as a grown woman now, one of the things that I'm grateful for to you is that you being very intentional about having a relationship with God. Like, I appreciate that. Because life comes at you hard, life comes at you fast, and things change, and without that connection to God, to Christ, like you don't know what to do, and to the point that Darius and I, before Darius started driving, and you took us to school, we would pray in the car every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning. We prayed in the car. You dropped Darius off, and we would say our prayers before we got in the car. While we were in the car, drop Darius off, and I would go to school. And then when Darius started driving, Darius and I would pray in the car. Mm-hmm. And then when Darius left to go to school, I prayed in the car, going to school every day. You know, and that was something that was taught, that we had to have a relationship with God. Grammy was also very intentional about etiquette.
Yes.
Like, I learned how to set a table because of my grandma. Mm-hmm. You know, I learned the difference between tablecloths, and making sure that the drapes properly, the corners are done, setting the table, and even cooking. Now, I will say I have grown into cooking now, but I ain't know. But my grandma gets down. Do you hear me? And I just think that was something that, as an adult now, I appreciate, you know, those lessons, and us understanding that everything does have to have order.
That's exactly right.
And you do have to be intentional about caring for others. Because even now, Mommy, like, how many days a week you go see Grammy?
Every day.
And how many times a day do you go see Grammy?
Sometimes 2 times a day.
Exactly.
It depends. It depends on what her need is, whatever the need is.
And Grammy and you live, what, like 10 minutes apart?
About 10 miles away.
About 10 miles away. It doesn't take long, but every day. She goes to see my grandma. Mm-hmm. And we started a tradition. Oh my God, I've been in business. August will be 10 years. And we started a tradition 10 years ago where Mother's Day comes and you don't get gifts. Well, you still get gifts, but you don't get big gifts. But we take trips.
Right.
And our very first trip, we took Grammy with us.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
We went to Myrtle Beach, and we had T-shirts, and we had bags, and we went to one hotel, and that was a mess. And we were like, not staying here. And we found another hotel, and we had such a good time. Yeah. We had such a good time. Yeah. And I enjoy our frolicking moments. And next week, we take another trip for Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm super excited about being able to share those moments with you. In transitioning from, like, just being a teenager and being a woman now, is just like you sit back and, I don't want to say reminisce, but you remember all of the quiet moments. You know, it's never the big things. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when I was in middle school?
It's not a good time.
Don't do that.
That's not a good time.
I was in middle school, and this little boy broke up with me. Mm-hmm. And I was heartbroken. And you picked me up from school, and we went to Belk's. You remember that? And the next day, we went to Belk's, and at the time, Amy Beyer was this big, I guess, brand inside of Belk's. I don't know. And my mom took me to get a brand new outfit, and I had I had slacks because I was cute back in the day. She had me some slacks, and they had some suspenders, and I got my hair done. And he was like, and when you see that boy tomorrow, you just walk by him. Don't even look his way. And you gave me confidence, you know, like, and I appreciate that, because I think as a little girl, your mom is one of the most influential people in your life. You know, like you remember those conversations. You remember when you said, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. I remember going to college. I don't know who, you want to go down that road?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Going to college, and it was just like...
Well, you remember when you first left that day and how we cried?
Oh, God, that was so bad. It was so bad. God, talk about that. What was that like? Dropping me off to school. Let's talk about that.
Oh, it was heart-wrenching. We dropped Darius off, and I was a total mess. I've always held my kids close to my heart. And wherever I am, they are usually with me. So when it was time for Lauren to go to college, Lauren and I had spent The better part of 2 years, just
3, because
3
Darius
years.
had been gone
Yeah.
for 3 years.
We spent 3 years where if you saw Lauren, you saw me. If you saw me, you saw Lauren. We were always together. So the day we dropped Lauren off, I was a total mess. I cried so much I was tired. I was stretched out in the back of the car. I could not breathe. I was just crying so bad. Got in the shower. My husband had to come and get me out because I could not stand. It was horrible, just departing from her and knowing that she was going to be okay. I think your dad also told you, don't call back tonight.
He did.
Just don't call back
did.
tonight.
He told me not to call back that
Later
night.
on, it got a little bit better, but the kids have always been my heart. And that was really a hard experience leaving her.
I mean, Mama, because think about it. When Darius went to school, I went to cheer practice, and after cheer practice, I would come to your job,
Yeah.
sit in your office, and then we would go to Belts some days. We would go to Belts some days.
Yep.
Or, because Daddy would be at work.
Yeah.
We'd go to Belts, or we'd go frolic.
Yeah.
And then we go home, and this was the routine, 5 days a week.
Yep.
We were always together.
Mm-hmm.
And then, whenever we disagreed, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to school. I can't wait to go to school. And then the day you left, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And it was just stupid. And for the first, 2 months, I came home every weekend.
Every weekend.
I was in Florence. My freshman year, I did at Francis Marion University in Florence, South Carolina. Florence. So from my hometown to Florence is about an hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. About an hour 20.
So it wasn't like we were states away. Let's be very clear. It was about an hour and a half drive. But just the idea of not seeing my parents every day after we had, spent so much time together, it was difficult. And even when I met Hazel, let's go back. So transition to Winthrop. Mm-hmm. We're going to skip over that. Transition to Winthrop. Mm-hmm. Staying with Darius and then being up here. I mean, even now, Mommy, like we go, a month might go by and we not see each other.
Not a whole month. No, we don't do that.
Like
no. Maybe 3 weeks, but not a month.
It's never a long period of time where we don't see each other.
Yeah.
I enjoy hanging out with you and Daddy. Like, y'all funny, man.
It's a good time. It's a good time had by all.
You're funny. So let's talk about you being the Gigi, which you let them kids get away with all kind of stuff, Mama. Like, Darius and I could never do half the stuff them kids do.
I know. I love my babies. I love them. Chelsea is different. Ethan is different. Carrington is different. They're all different.
And she's calling them babies, but they are 20. Chelsea is 20. Ethan is 17, and Carrington is 16.
She'll be 17.
She'll be 17 at the end of this month.
End of the month.
But
yes.
she's calling them babies.
Yeah, my babies.
And you're such a Gigi.
Yeah, I do. I expect a call every week. Yeah.
She makes Easter baskets. She sends text messages throughout
prayer cards.
She learned how to do Apple Pay. Like, she just does the most all of the time. And Christmas is neat because we're always together. Yeah. And for the past 5 years?
5 or 6 years.
We've been doing Christmas up here.
Yeah.
And then last year we incorporated a Christmas family photo shoot.
Yeah.
And that was a mess, but that was a good time too.
Good time.
So I mean, as a family, I think that we figured it out, mm-hmm. And we still, have our pitfalls like all families do. But you learn how to love each other where they are.
Yes.
Without any judgment or anything like that. Do you see yourself slowing down?
No, I really don't. I enjoy everything that I do. I love church. I love my friends. I love my family.
Shout out to my godmommy. Hey, godmommy. Auntie Juju. Okay, go ahead.
I enjoy all of it, and I'm a community person.
So with the community center, let's talk about that because I know you were working on getting a track done.
Yeah.
So is that done?
Not yet. We're waiting to get the grants approved. So we're hoping to get a track and to move the field closer inward so the kids will be able to walk around the field. So that's our new project.
She's still doing stuff. This is my point. My mom is always doing stuff and never at a place where there's never a chance that I call you and I'm like, what did you do today? And you're like, oh, me and your daddy went to Lowe's. Oh, I'm going down to Neyles, check on your grandma. oh, I gotta go see a client. Like, the only time I know that you aren't doing anything is if you're up here, if you're with us. Other than that, like, you in the streets,
Right.
doing something.
Right.
It's ridiculous. In this season of like retiring and doing your own thing, do you feel more fulfilled now, or did you feel like your purpose was? Did you feel like you were acting more in your purpose as a director, or do you feel that you're more fulfilled now, just frolicking and being able to be in different pockets?
I feel more fulfilled now because I'm able to hear the voice, answer the voice, and not answer to everyone else. I can take care of the problems immediately, and I enjoy that.
She sits here, y'all, and this whole time she's talked about servicing other people. She's talked about helping other people, answering the call. Like, do you ever say today is for me? Do
No.
you ever say that?
No, not really. Maybe half a day,
Mama.
but not a whole day.
You feel like you have to be on the road like that all the time?
If I have a call, I have to answer.
So we need to turn the phone off. That's what you're saying. We need to turn the phones off because at some point you have got to rest. And I fuss at you all the time about that. I say, Mama, you need to sit down. Mama, you need to sit down. And it's like it goes in one ear and out the other. Like, okay, I'm not gonna fuss today because it's Mother's Day, so I'm gonna let you be great. If your story had to be told in one sentence. And it could be a long sentence. It can be a run-on sentence. It can be a compound sentence. If your story had to be told in one sentence, what would it say?
I don't think I need a sentence.
Okay.
I think one word, I'm grateful.
I believe that.
I'm very grateful. God has blessed me with 2 wonderful children, wonderful grandbabies, my extended loved son and loved daughter.
He all right.
My mom, and most of all, my husband and the center of my life, Jesus Christ.
I'm here for it, Mama, man. Like, I appreciate you, and I created the executive chair to talk to women who have built something amazing. And for the month of May, my focus was talking to women entrepreneurs, because it's one thing to grow something from the ground. The Bible talks about the Proverbs woman. Oh God, can I think of it? What is
Proverbs 31?
the virtuous woman? The virtuous woman.
In Proverbs 31.
And it talks about how all of the roles that she plays, as a wife, as being a community leader within the gates, saying that her children will grow up and call her blessed. And I believe that in this phase of life that it is so important to give people their flowers, and I know that you don't always talk. You don't. Like, you get stuff done quietly, but it's not, you're behind the scenes a lot of times. You are. You don't let the light shine on you often. So having this podcast and taking a step back for Mother's Day, I felt like it was so very important to have you come on, because I want people to see, I'm a reflection of my mom, Audrey Brown. I am a reflection of my dad, Herbert Brown, where I come from. What people see is a product of them investing and praying, and making sure that I was taken care of in every aspect. And I'm certain that there were times when you didn't have it, but you figured it out and you made it happen. I tell people all the time, I'm 40 years old, but if I call my mom and my dad, they coming.
That's right.
Ain't nothing to talk about. Like,
That's
they're
right.
coming. What does it feel like to be here in this moment on this podcast? What does that feel like?
I'm grateful. I get to see you in your own element. Lauren is kind. Lauren is sweet.
It depends on the day.
Lauren is loyal. And Lauren is good to her parents and everyone else.
I love y'all, man. Like,
We love you too.
Look, We have seen highs and lows together. And nothing about it would I change. Nothing about it, because your story is not always about being at the highs of high. Sometimes there are valleys, and in the valley is when you get to know Christ for who He is, and you get to get stronger, and you get to realize who you really are in those moments. And I am appreciative of you for coming and being here with me. I mean, I always tell people my mom was my biggest fan, man. Like, well, I take that back. You and Hazel are Hazel, and Daddy.
Get it right.
It's Hazel, Mama, and Daddy. Them three people are my biggest fans. I can tell my mom today, Mom, I want to go to space. She gonna be like, okay, well, you might need a spacesuit first, and she gonna start looking for a spacesuit. Like, that's what she does. Like even when I got ready to do hair, I was like, Mom, I think I want to do hair. You was like, but you don't like people. And I said, I don't, but I think I want to do it. And, you sold into me, and I appreciate you. Last week, you guys, I got recognized by Solar Salons. I had an article that was produced inside of Salon Evo. Salon Evo is international. Thank you. Salon Evo is an international magazine that is based out of the UK, and they highlight salon owners and stylists across the world. Well, I was featured in the April and May edition 37, and in that article, I was asked about my why. Why did I go to Solar? Why did I start doing hair? What was it that made me go into business? And a lot of people don't know this story, but about 15 years ago, 15 or 16 years ago,
like 16
years ago, my mom and dad went to Hawaii for their anniversary trip. And when they came back, my mom was sick, like very sick. Within a period of 2 months, she had lost 30, almost 40 pounds. It was a lot of weight, and we were all nervous and scared and just did not know what was going on. She had lost her hair. She was extremely underweight and just trying to figure out what was going on. That was one of the scariest moments of my life, because we didn't know. And shortly after, we had figured out what was going on and was getting it corrected. But at that same time, so much of her hair had come out that we couldn't even style it. We had to figure it out. And we went to a beauty supply store. And the guy in the beauty supply store was so rude. He was so rude to my mom, and just saying she had her hair wrapped, and he said that in order for you to try this wig on, you have to take it off. Zero empathy, zero compassion. And I remember the look on your face. I remember you being this woman that I've seen my whole life be strong and be confident and be beautiful. I just saw her look so out of place, and it broke my heart. That's when I decided that I was going to go to hair school, because if my mom was going through that, then certainly there were other people who are experiencing the same thing we were experiencing in that moment. And I've never said this to you. I started Hair Majesty because of you.
Wow. Okay.
If you hadn't lost your hair, if you wasn't treated the way that you were treated, I would not have had the drive to start my business. So today, for the first time ever, I believe I've said thank you, but for the first time ever, I want to tell you that your courage and your insight is the reason why I'm able to do what I love. It is the reason why I push so hard. It is the reason why I try to be great, because of you. So this article is not just about me, but it is a tribute to you and to your journey.
Wow.
And I thank you for
Thank you.
always being my biggest fan.
Thank you.
I thank you for loving me loudly. And I thank you for never taking your foot off the gas.
Thank you. Whew. Wow.
So
Thank you.
just wanted you to have this today. So this is yours, and it's framed, and it has all of the what happened and why I got started and all of that, because I just feel like Mother's Day is a great time to say, Mommy, I'm proud of you. Mommy, I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. And clearly her hair has grown back. Her hair has grown back. She out here looking great. She is amazing. And it's because God restored you. Yeah. And I'm appreciative of that. But I just wanted to give you your flowers on Mother's Day in front of my podcast audience in the world and whoever get to see this, to say Audrey Brown is that girl. Do you hear me? She is that girl. And I'm a reflection of you. And I appreciate you. And happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Take it up.
I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You want to take that home? Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You full of surprises. I try every now and again. I pull something out of my pocket every now and again. The magazine is on salonevo.com. It is available for download. I have a few hard copies. I have some in the salon, but you can download it for free at salonevo.com. And special shout out to Solar Salons for selecting me for this piece. This is a full 2-page article about my journey into solar, why I chose solar, and a story behind Hair Majesty. So I am so grateful for that opportunity and how perfect of the timing for it to come out around Mother's Day. So that was great. Mom, you got anything else? You good? You speechless, girl?
I tell God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this gift. This gift, my Laura.
We together.
Always. I tell God, thank you. Thank you.
It's always us.
Thank you.
It's always us.
Thank you.
I love you from my heart.
I love you.
Until next time, the executive chair is a place where stories meet strategy, and where strategies build legacy. Until next time, y'all.